Newest looking appliances has arrived at Smith's. Truckloads of new Frigidaire appliances fresh from the factory and ready to sell. So we're loading up our floors with great prices on dozens of new Frigidaire appliances, featuring the exclusive new look of Ultra-style design.
No, I have business hours. What are you doing? Calling me after 3 p.m. I've lost all my confidence. I've just had lunch. I'm lethargic. I've been exhausted since the moment I woke up. I need a break. You want to have a creative call? Over my dead body, send me an email with Google Slides. You want to have a FaceTime at 9 p.m.? I'd rather gouge my eyes out with a dull chopstick.
Hey, hi, hello. It's your boy Nate. I usually read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. But today, we've got the February favorites video, the field notes, the yap sesh. I know I haven't done it in a while, but here we go. Here's the monologue. Claro's slip dresses on stage lets the wind sigh in a way that I'm after. I'm after being me, eusexual and all. Dochi chic, the Maria's cool. The men I trust, I can't help but hope that one day the right man will appear in apparition and tell me something a story hasn't shown me before. A good man is hard to find, but maybe he'll find me. What I lack in intellect I make up in charm. Charm is one step ahead, charm is wit. Charm is a thing other people aren't wearing, and charm is something I can't get enough of. I'm charmed by kindness, so I like to hand it out too. Kind, cool, and collected are pocketable interests I want to cash out as passive income. Because wealth is not looking for the price of gold, but seeing it glimmer off the faces of those worth charming. Here's to March. Let's start with faves. Y'all, you've probably seen it before, but I have really been loving this. Owala! Kids free sip. This is the 16 ounce. I do have the 24 ounce. Do we need a size comparison? Are y'all size queens out there? Here's the 16 ounce. Here is the 24 ounce. Not really that drastic, but very drastic in weight. This is definitely heavier. It's heavy because you fill it up, but I find that this size is just perfect for me in pretty much all of the bags I own. Since it's been winter still in Korea, just like the big throw-all tote is something that I've been wearing a lot. This size just fits very easily into my bag. Example? This is my daily driver, other tempo. I think I've talked about it before, but it goes in like that, so easy. Carries it. Sure makes a lot of noise, but with everything else that I throw in my bag, it just makes sense to use this size. Okay. Another fave that I have is self-studying another language. Y'all, where did I put it? So, my Korean is fine. It's not the greatest, but I can't express political, philosophical dreams, ideas that I fully want to flesh out. So I decided I'm going to start studying Korean seriously. I decided to pick this one up. It is by Talk to Me in Korean, whom I like. If you are truly beginner, I think they're a great place to start. But I needed something a little more intermediate is where I think I am. And so this is great. This is build and extend your Korean sentences. What I find is that my sentences are very elementary. I feel like I need to better extend my sentences. So I decided to pick this one up and it's been nice. What I also like is that I've always relied on the classroom to learn. This is the first time where I'm not taking an online class or sitting in the classroom for a language. And so it's really me that I must rely on to study. Because I am here, I should speak the language. Here I am, learning. Let it be known though, it took me 2 years to learn Hangul. It really shouldn't. I was just doing a bunch of other things and dealing with a lot of other things that I didn't think about it. But you could learn Hangul in literally 5 minutes. It's pretty easy. Okay, last video I'm gonna talk about is this new lamp, y'all. It's from Ikea. It is the isjakt standing lamp. I think I'll have extra footage, but to really talk about it, I love it because you get 2 orange soft lights. They're not too orangey, but they add such a nice mood ambient light that I've been looking for because Korean lighting just sucks. Office, any hospital, it's that starch white that I just can't bear to stand. It gives me migraines. It just upsets me so much. What's that thing though about gay people and having tiny little lights everywhere? That's me. That's me. Caught me red-handed. What I really like, ooh, will this affect anything? Okay, well there's that. There's one notch to turn this one on and it's great because it swivels. I like that it swivels. And then there's this one where it's a dimmer. So you can maximize, minimalize the brightness to your own ambient needs. I love the design of it. It's this very industrial chrome and yeah, just looks really great. And is slim enough not to be such an obtrusive piece of furniture. Okay, let's get into media of the month. Real quick though, this is the first time where I haven't finished making my playlist to present it in a video, but I do have certified bangers on here that will remain on the playlist. So the whole idea I was after was just charm, this easygoingness, this nonchalance, and I'm truly after it. I want to cultivate it for myself. The playlist begins with Broken English by Marianne Faithfull, and it's just this fun piece where Marianne's voice is just so sultry and smooth and has that like end of the bar beer gal voice that I just love. It's so rusty and deep and croaks and I love it. Of course I have Drake's Nokia on here because y'all, that's a banger. I had to have that on here. There's also Daria by Toro Moi. That's been really great. I always love what Toto does. And we also have the new Tennis on here, Weight of Desire. Tennis, always putting out bangers, love what they do. This one, though it sounds like everything else that they put out, it's just solid stuff. I haven't decided my final song yet of the playlist, so that's why it's been taking me forever. Also, there's like 170 songs on here that I'm trying to dwindle down to like 20, 27, 30. We're doing our best here. Yikes! Movies real quick. I really enjoyed Nickel Boys this month. I didn't realize that I've read the book before, Colson Whitehead. It was up on my Goodreads and I read my review. I was like, how did I miss this? Movie, fantastic. It's done in a first-person POV. Ultimately, that POV shifts and it's really interesting the way that it's done, but it's really gentle, really beautiful. It's about a black boy that goes to a correctional facility detention school. Those boarding schools that people go to toughen them up, but it gets too tough. Mixed with the black experience, it becomes hurtful, painful, and agonizing to see what these black boys have to go through in a mostly white school. But it's so delicately done. There's just scenes in this where they feel like snapshots of memories and adds to the narrative of the black experience and the beauty, the little beauties that we find in order to stay afloat and continue moving through the world. Was really charmed by that. Speaking of charm, I am heavily listening to Charm by Clairo still. It just makes sense with the winter air and the sun out. It makes sense to me to listen to Charm and been really enjoying, what is it? Is it Terrapin? Okay, it is. Terrapin. Weird Al recently directed and starred in the music video, which is fab. Just still so charmed by this album. So good. Matches my mood. I've also been listening to the Brutalist soundtrack. I enjoyed the Brutalist as like a film experience. Story overall, bleh. The soundtrack is just phenomenal. I love it to death. It has these like really big industrial symphonic sounds. It feels like machinery, but it has this like big sound to it that feels like the belly of America. Something so large and inconceivable that makes you think that the American dream is possible. So yeah, just the way that the soundtrack ties into the film is just wonderfully done. Book of the month is A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. I actually didn't get along that well with the play itself, but y'all, reading a play? Sexy, let me tell you, real sexiness, reading a play outdoors. But this is my first time reading Tennessee Williams. I've watched a few of the films, but yeah, this is one that I've always wanted to do. And look at the stunning cover with Marlon Brando on the cover. Did I just say cover in the same sentence twice? Yikes. But it's stunning. What I was most impressed by was the introduction written by Tennessee himself, where it's overly theatrical. He is sitting in his hotel room talking about the fame and success that he's gotten because of A Streetcar Named Desire, but loathes it too, because he's just like, why hasn't this success come sooner for me? So in essence, he has this great success, but he's talking about being a failure. All of these emotions are running high and low, and he has this steak dinner and a sundae. In all of this confusion, he puts the chocolate sauce of a sundae on his steak, and then he gets overly dramatic about it. But It's so beautiful. What you see then is that Tennessee exists in his characters. Blanche Dubois is Tennessee Williams, the overly theatrical, the runs of so many emotions, heightened, that you think only exists at puberty, but is so entirely him and so entirely of life. Life should be all of these feelings meshed together to create a symphony. When I saw the film, it is really a bashing and crashing of so many different symphonies of the self. We have Blanche Dubois, who is struggling to come to terms with the new world as she still exists in the fantasies of her old world, relying heavily on nostalgia. While you also have Stanley's character, played by Marlon Brando, who represents the patriarchy and toxic masculinity, but also what is man. And it's just such a great Americana piece. I thought the film was really great too, directed by Kazan. I always love Kazan's melodrama, and mixed in with Tennessee's melodrama, it just makes a lot of sense. And so it's overly theatrical, overly sentimental, yeah, just over the top, which I love from time to time. That's what I think builds camp into the identity of Tennessee Williams, but also works so well under Kazan's direction and eye. All right, quick ins and outs. Ins, holding off on that 1 cup of coffee. And what I mean by that is not buying it, but making it at home. I would say last year, at least 3 times a week, I would go out and buy coffee. This year round, I've decided, let me just go to 1 coffee place once a week. I just want to be more financially responsible. I don't have to go to every single cafe out there. I used to be really big on that. I am obsessed with the new. So when a new cafe opens up, I run. This year around though, I think I'm doing that really, that old fart kind of thing where it's like, I don't need the new. I will always be like that though when it comes to books and films. That's just me. Exhibitions, just me. But for things that entail money and like useless money, or like money that I could save because I could just do it at home, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, hold off on that cup of coffee. Make it at home. Bring it with ya. Put it in your Owala. Another in is parallel accountability. This is for books, movies, and what have you. Yeah, I've been in conversations a lot with other people and just being like, yo, are you writing right now? Like, what are you doing? You should be writing right now. Same with like books, films. This is why I think like buddy reads and buddy watches are really great, because it's that forced time, that forced accountability that makes sure you get to where you need to be in terms of your reading goals, watching goals, and just staying afloat. It feels good. Feels really good. So y'all, keep each other accountable. All of us, let's keep each other accountable. Keep me accountable, please, please. Last in is wearing the thing at the back of your closet. So let me show you this. Oop, what is that? I have here this silk robe from Comme des Garçons. Really special, actually. I got this when Rei Kawakubo had her essentially retrospective at the Met. I saw the show twice. Incredible both times, and Rei Kawakubo is just one of those designers that changed the way I saw the world, changed the way how I can present myself, and I love her clothes. They're just so abstract and obtuse in a way that, I don't know, delights me in some funny way. You know, I don't have to be so serious all the time. She makes fashion fun in a serious way. Anyway, I had this. I got this 2016, 2017, I want to say. And this just didn't get a lot of wear. It did when I first got it, but it had been sitting in my closet for like about 4 years. Yeah, and I'm awful. I'm one of those people that's just like, what am I doing? Like having this in my closet and not having it be appreciated. Like someone else could be appreciating this. Like, why is it just sitting in my closet? Anyway, my friend had mentioned a way to layer it, and I was just like, why didn't I think of that? I've been trying to wear this as a layering piece underneath like big black coats. I've done it 3 or 4 times now. Honestly, I should do it today. But I've been enjoying just like looking at what I actually have in the back of my closet instead of running off to add something to my shopping cart or to my wish list, and really look at what's in my closet, giving love to the things hidden all the way back there, hiding in the closet. Pull them out. Some outs. Let's go. Google as a search engine. Google has recently changed their search engine where it's like AI. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's so off-putting, and just like the collection of sites that are gathered, I'm just like, what are these? What I have been enjoying as a search engine is TikTok, and I know that like TikTok is an awful search engine, but it gives you everything is what it is. And if you really want to know more about it, you just sift through everything. And so I love that as like a source of, say, like a bag review, a shoe review, something like that. I also love YouTube as a search engine. If I want to know more about a book or a film, a particular piece of music, it's also a great search engine. Yeah, all the academic paper sites, JSTOR, Google Scholars, is it? That's always good too. And then the best search engine of all is your friends. If you know your friend is stuck in a niche and you need to know more about that niche or something within that niche, go to them. Go give your friend a chat. Have that little one-on-one. It's nice. Real nice. Another out is making excuses of not having enough time and saying there's so much of this and so much of that. I know there is. I know we don't have enough time. I know there's so much out in the world, but I'm gonna die trying doing everything. That's just my motto and my spirit for 2025 and forever on, because I'm just like, yeah, I get it. I know. But you know why you're not watching the movies and reading the books is because you're bed rotting or you're stuck on TikTok. All that good time could have been spent watching a movie or reading a book. That's your time. That's how you decide to spend it. That's on you. That's on you. Just saying. Do better, be better. Another out is getting rid of that chair that becomes a clothing rack. I'll say it. I'm one of those people where I get home after work and my chair is there. I throw everything. I throw everything on that chair and then I just leave it there. And after a week or so, a bunch of clothes piled on top. I can't see the chair. I can't sit in the chair. Where did my chair go? Huh? And that needs to stop. And I think that has to deal with just overall laziness. It's just like I have to take the time to put things back where they belong. Also goes along with like, I don't want to consume so much financially where I have to constantly buy things. I love stuff. I really do. But I need to be aware that my space is small and I need to have some sort of self-control in terms of deciding like, do I actually love this? Do I actually like it? Does it need to pile up on my chair all the time? Do I need a mountain of clothes? That's what terrifies me. I'm still creating my capsule wardrobe, but I'm pretty content with how my wardrobe looks right now. There's like 1 or 2, 3 things that I'd like. Do I need them? Another question. Do I want them? Absolutely. The struggle is forever. The struggle is forever. I'm pretty content with my closet, looking at it right now. Content. I'm at that point where I don't need to thrift so much. Maybe there's like that one oversized boyfriend shirt that I'd like at a thrift store, like a Ralph Lauren polo of some sort or some Oxford, but you know, some exaggerated collar, something like that, some fun shirt. But overall, I'm actually, yeah, quite happy with everything that I have. It took years though, let me tell you, to get here. Y'all, that's it. Let me know how February was for you. What was your February favorite? How's your year going? Good? It's going good? Okay. As always, be well, do good work, keep in touch.